Release until check-in, or simply release, is a reserve preference that allows a reserve pilot to be free from the requirement to remain contactable. The pilot will only be required to be available at the scheduled check-in time of the assignment. You will still receive the month-to-date utilization for future RCO determination. This process provides similarities to long-haul reserve found at other carriers. Once the pilot is assigned and acknowledges the trip, the release until check-in is effective. The pilot is treated like a line holder for the duration of the trip and only has to report at the pairing's report time. One key exception: if you have started and are actively on a 4-day reserve block and are assigned a 3-day trip that overlaps your last 3 wraps, you need to remain contactable until release by scheduling or the end of your first day's wrap, whichever comes first. Also, you cannot be released for a pairing that starts within a wrap that has already started. To be eligible for release until check-in, the reserve assignment must be greater than or equal to the number of wraps the pilot is scheduled for. For example, you can release until check-in for a 3-day pairing when it is assigned against a 3-day reserve block. Once assigned, another pilot cannot take it for extra fly. Own preference goes into effect immediately. There is one exception. If the pilot has the trip in Trip Tread giveaway, it can be acquired by another pilot. The pilot who flies the trip receives the underlying reserve block's month-to-date utilization. For more information, see CBA Section 13, Golf 3 Alpha.